Hey everybody, today I'm going to be installing the RokBlokz mud flaps on my 22 Maverick XLT. You know, ever since I put the all-terrain tires on, I've been looking forward to getting these mud flaps on because the tires are a little wider than stock and they stick out just enough from the wheel well to put a little bit more road debris on the side of the vehicle. And of course, if you're going to be using the truck for camping, hunting, any kind of off pavement, you're really going to want something to protect your truck from a lot of that salt, sand, mud, other debris that's going to kick up. Now, a lot of people have used these stock splash guards that Ford offers from the factory or as an aftermarket accessory from your local dealer. Now, I've heard some stories from other folks that those splash guards actually rub the paint when they're installed, which I don't want that. I'm sure you don't either. The other thing about the splash guards is they call them splash guards for a reason. It's really not a mud flap, it's a splash guard. These RokBlokz mud flaps are really much larger than the stock. Here you've got a front and a rear. They're very, very thick and durable. They're flexible, but they're really sturdy. You can just tell that these things are going to hold up through the elements. Now, I'm not going to go into a lot of detail about the installation. I'll show that to you a little bit as I work, but I'll also link to a really good installation video that RokBlokz has on YouTube, so that if you buy a set of these for your truck, that'll show you everything you need to know to get these installed. One thing I will just mention, and something that attracted me to the RokBlokz, is these are custom made for the Maverick. Doesn't require any drilling. It uses holes that are already in the truck from the factory. So honestly, it simplifies things, and I think it's going to result in a really clean install. So let's get to work and see how it works. All right, so here you can see the mud flaps fully installed on the truck. It's really an easy job. It takes about 5 or 10 minutes for each flap. Again, it's just 3 screws for each one. Very simple instructions from RokBlokz. I like the way that you can adjust the flaps before you tighten them down, so you can make sure they're level on the bottom. And in the rear in particular, there's enough play in the mounting holes that you can move them left and right to provide coverage both under the truck and outside the truck. I had also wanted to show you underneath the truck on the driver's side on this Maverick, there's an open area behind the driver's rear wheel where the tire can actually kick debris right up towards the rear tail light and in the rocker panel and the inside of the bed there. All right, guys, I actually crawled under the truck because I want you to see the area that I was talking about that a lot of people said has been a problem. So this is the inside of the rear driver's side wheel. And as you can see, this is the mud flap that I've installed here. And you can see that this entire area here was completely open for the wheel to splash stuff up into here. You can see that there's a little bit of grime up in here, or I got my pressure washer out before I installed the mud flaps. That's the tail light assembly that you can see up there. And people are getting a lot of salt and dirt and mud kicked up there and also into the rear of the bed frame here. And then of course, you've got your rocker panel right here. So this installation of the mud flap is now not only providing exterior protection to the side of the truck, but it's providing a lot of protection, and this is going to be blocking a lot of debris from being kicked up on the inside of the truck as well. The last thing I wanted to mention about these RokBlokz is the cost. They are $150 $50 for a set. Yeah, it's not cheap for a set of mud flaps, and again, for my use, I'd rather just pay the $150 one time up front, get a quality set of mud flaps that I can put on the truck. I don't have to worry about it anymore. And I think they're gonna last for a number of years. So I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Check out the RokBlokz website if you're interested in these. I'll throw the URL up on the screen, and continue to stay tuned for more videos about my Maverick, the mods that I'm doing, and very soon here, I'm getting ready for the ceramic coating, and I want to get the underside oil coated, and then we'll be heading out into the field and doing some more driving scenarios and things like that. So I really appreciate your time, and hope you guys all have a great day.